All right, back with another episode of Yeoman's Work.
We're changing the name.
Changing the name because I guess no one understands what it means. Fine. I just want to do something different, but
It's too different.
too different. I guess no one knows what it means. Look it up. Read a book once in a while.
We're going to do the King and the Jester.
Work in progress.
Anyway, we have a bunch of topics to talk about tonight. Would you like to talk about the playoff games this past weekend?
Would I?
Well, obviously, I'm ecstatic because I'm an Eagles fan.
Eagles, yeah.
But I was hoping for a better matchup, I'm not going to lie. I thought the 49ers would play a little bit better defense on us, but can't complain about the result.
If I was you and it was the Jets, I would be over the moon. I've never seen the Jets go to the Super Bowl. So
Yeah. Well,
wouldn't know the feeling.
you guys barely can smell the playoffs. That's true. But what did you guys think?
Me, you guys? It's just one of me.
Well,
no.
I wanted to sound
what did I think? The Niners, Purdy got injured, and then I guess that put in Josh Johnson, who quarterbacked the Jets briefly last year. I didn't even realize it was him. I thought it was a wide receiver they put in there. You don't see many quarterbacks that are number 17.
Yeah.
It was pretty much over anyway by that point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to explain to you that I really was expecting a different result. I thought the 49ers, even when Purdy went down, that their defense would hold up. Like, we had such easy routes. Like, Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott. I said this about our last podcast. Like, those are our second and third string running backs. Miles Sanders even got a TD.
I foolishly bet the Niners just because I thought with all the money on the Eagles, I was like, the Niners had to somehow pull it off, but Vegas is wrong sometimes.
No, Vegas is always right.
They made it all back on the Kansas City game, I guess.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the next matchup, I do want to say that we are the team to beat. I've been saying this all season. I think we wouldn't even win 13-2 if Hurts never got injured and our offensive lineman never went down. I'm almost convinced. And the trades we made for those picks to get Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown has stepped up big time this year. And
I agree. I said they looked like a team of destiny. They were on a mission. Jalen Hurts looks focused all year. He had to go out so my fantasy team couldn't win the championship.
Well,
it's all about me.
I also, not just because I'm a fan of the team, but I also want to see them win it this year because the year we won it and Nick Foles had to come in for Wentz because Wentz went down, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like people discount that Super Bowl some way.
Why would they? And if anything, they should appreciate it, not discount it.
I feel like the fans of just the NFL downplay it a little bit from when I talk about it. But again,
they beat the Patriots. I mean, that's like the dynasty of all dynasties.
Yeah, I know. It was huge to beat Tom Brady.
I don't see how you can discount that.
I'm just saying, that's what I hear.
If anything, beating a team with their backup quarterback, that's got to be one of the biggest underdog stories of all time of the Super Bowl.
So, with that said, like we pointed out,
what is Nick Foles doing these days?
I think he was the backup for the Jags, and then he got hurt.
Was it the Jags?
I think he moved over to...
I remember seeing him play like once this year.
I think he just got fucking hurt, and it was it. It was just like done.
Yeah. Well, he'll always have that one glory. He'll never have to pay for a cheesesteak in Philadelphia again.
Back-to-back wins. High scoring for the Eagles. The offensive firepower is just too much for teams.
Yeah, should have known.
Our coordinator's doing a great job this year. But let's talk about Chiefs, Bengals. Let me turn that off. Apology.
That's right.
Chiefs, Bengals. What a great game, honestly. Like, for a football fan. I mean,
was it great?
I thought so. I thought, like, getting from the third to fourth quarter, like, it started off...
It was very good. It wasn't great.
I thought...
there was a lot of weird ref calls.
Yeah.
That,
But, I mean, with that said, like, I know we just finished talking about the first game, but there was a lot of questionable calls in that game, too.
Oh, I got the refs didn't really factor that much into the Eagles game. The Eagles were not going to lose that. They could have got like 5 phantom pass interference calls, and it wouldn't have mattered.
True.
The Niners just weren't going to score. Yeah.
Yeah.
The defense of the Eagles too good. Fourth string quarterback for the Niners. It was a match made in hell.
Yeah. But I really thought the Bengals were going to take that game. So
I did change my pick. You heard me change it verbally to you from Bengals to Chiefs.
yes,
So
Joel
at least I got that right.
did change his pick.
I flip flopped like a regular waffler.
Yeah.
But as long as you get it right, that's all that matters.
Well, I'm disappointed. I thought Joe Burrow had the angst this year. I just thought the Bengals had it.
Yeah, what did the mayor of Cincinnati say? Something like Burrow.
You burrowed yourself.
You burrowed a hole too deep. You couldn't get out. No, he said something like Burrowville or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
But yeah, I really liked that game. I was very enthralled the entire time. Maybe I'm just that one fan that got into it.
No, it was a good game. I was just tired from the first game, I guess. And,
I shamefully, I just don't like when games end up like the field goal like that. Just like I don't know.
I guess that was a bad.
I really didn't want to see the Chiefs. I am worried as an Eagles fan about that matchup. I think Chiefs will match up really well with us, but again, I think we're the team to beat. And
I checked it on FanDuel. All the money is going on to the Eagles, which it seems like they should win. I don't see why they shouldn't.
Because I wouldn't.
The Chiefs are. I mean, neither team has. It's a neutral site. It's in Arizona. It just seems like this is the Eagles' year. I think Patrick Mahomes is hobbled too.
Yeah, but even hobbled, he's just.
It could just be like motivating him to like make perfect throws, you know?
Right.
I don't know. The Eagles look too good. I think that they have a better defense than the Chiefs and definitely have a better running game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think.
I'm talking myself into betting the Eagles here, even though like all the money is going to be on them. I'll probably take them like plus like 7.5, and then
it's not bad.
I'll add in like some weird stuff.
I actually might place a bet myself. I might do this.
That's how I've been betting the NFL. Like just which team I think's gonna win, I'll take them with like plus points.
We don't have the advertisers like DraftKings for our
brought to you by FanDuel and Barstool Sports, not real sponsors.
Yeah,
please don't sue us. They'll never hear it.
Well, hopefully they do.
One day, maybe.
One day, but yeah, baby, I am down for the Super Bowl this year, and good game from the Chiefs.
You're so lucky your team's in it.
I'm really looking forward to the Super Bowl this year.
How many lucky cheesesteaks would you eat to
commemorate?
To guarantee victory for yourself?
5 to 10, if I could.
If someone said between now and the Super Bowl you have to eat 100 cheesesteaks to guarantee Eagles victory, would you?
No.
Full size.
Oh,
dude, I would do that for the Jets. Actually, no, I don't think I'd be able to.
I'd probably shit for like.
Dude, for the Jets, I would I'd probably shave a year off my life if that was like an option for a Jets, just because it's never gonna happen in my lifetime. I just don't see it. They've given me like no hope.
They're giving me Ajita.
They give me Ajita every week.
Damn. Anyway,
so how about those Kelsey brothers? What a narrative. How would you feel playing your brother in the Super Bowl? That
never happened during the regular season with J.J. Watt and his brother, right? They never played against each other, right?
Maybe not this year. So they were Cardinals and Steelers?
Yeah.
Which is ironic because those teams played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but returning to what you asked, how would I feel if I played my brother in the Super Bowl? I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
It would be. And they're not like, it's not like one's on defense and one's on offense.
Really into like those family matchups in sports.
Yeah, it is cool.
You get to see like
nothing like when the Lopez brothers face off.
Or even like the Currys.
Yeah, what's his name? Seth dropped like 30-something when he played against the Warriors the other night. That was pretty
This
nice.
is a message. You should have signed me.
Sure, I didn't get the looks or all the skills.
I do think, and I said this even during the Bengals game, there's no stopping Travis Kelce. I always think he's just going to get it one.
Oh, yeah.
He's good for at least one touchdown. So
he was on my winning fantasy team.
Yeah, well, Should have drafted him this year.
Oh.
For any of our fans that are fantasy players, I mean, just make sure you don't overdraft a quarterback like I did. And I mean, Mahomes is great for me, but I could have went with Kirk Cousins and probably got the same record.
I had Mahomes in the league I won. I had Mahomes and Kelsey. It was a great combo. They just basically carried me.
Yeah, I don't know where my mistake was.
2 QB league, though.
Oh, well, fuck you.
It's the way to play it.
The way to play it is
superior.
Join a 10-man league. These 12-man leagues are not fun. It's no waiver wire.
It can be fun.
It diminishes the whole
I guess
fun of it for me at least.
It's fine. It's different. I do the 2 QB league. It's way more fun, but it's not as serious as our 12-teamer.
So, on to another topic that I've been meaning to bring up on our podcast.
Nice segue. What?
Fuck the segue. All right.
These are like elements of radio that you should practice.
Well, you know what? Fuck radio.
They're like, speaking of brothers, how about
yeah, how about Tony Brothers?
How about Tony
Brothers? The referee, like, fuck that. No, we're doing our own thing. I'm breaking the fourth wall. I don't care. You're listening to us.
Breaking the fourth wall is like if we like, you can't do that in like in a podcast format because we already are talking. Like the fourth wall is like the audience, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
proceed.
November was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and no one talks about it, so I will.
All right. You got the
I have the floor. Okay.
You got the floor.
Well, from a person that has friends that have mental health problems, I think it should be discussed a little bit more. Because I've realized when women are brought up in the conversation, everyone jumps to like their, safety, but when we talk about men, no one talks about it. Anthony Bourdain, Robin Williams,
true.
All these people have committed suicide. Doesn't matter about their fucking money. Even the lead singer of Linkin Park, no one cares about fucking men taking their lives.
I think people care. I think men are just not as open to talk about their feelings, which is wrong. You should be able to.
It's not just feelings. I think
just
society has deemed it like
you don't want to look mentally weak, like men try to act manly or something.
Well, let me just say this for the podcast and any viewers: if you have any mental health issues or going through some troubles in life, I'm a big proponent in saying you should do therapy. I think therapy, everyone can use it. It's not a bad thing, and it's always easier to talk to somebody. Seriously.
I concur.
I have no end. I'm not putting my number out there, but I'm here to always talk to our fans and any friends that are there that are suffering. It's really tough. And I'm not discounting women's feelings either.
No,
it goes for both genders. It's a tough topic, and it upsets me that men are just kind of.
I'm glad you brought it up.
I feel obligated because I suffer from mental health, and so does my older brother, and I've seen it destroy people, and it just sucks. So we had to bring it up tonight, and
that's
segue. So mental health.
Speaking of mental health,
Antonio Brown and Kanye West. There was a topic we talked about at a party this weekend. Did Antonio Brown bang Giselle? And is that why Tom Brady got divorced?
I'd say no.
News ad, Channel 2.
That's so far-fetched. I couldn't believe that.
There's easily a picture of him laying with Giselle.
I don't, honestly, it's just something I don't want to even get into. I don't know anything about it. I know he was staying at Tom Brady's house because when he first came to Tampa, but that's just
and she couldn't,
that kind of gossipy
she couldn't reject the chocolate. It's like a creamsicle.
Well, they did get divorced, so.
And then she was spiteful and petty and bought a mansion, right across from Tom Brady. Come on, ladies.
Did she actually?
Our ladies that are listening, you can't do that. That's just not cool. I don't care about your horoscope. Just
But their houses are probably so big they'll never even see each other.
oh, bullshit.
You gotta use binoculars.
Yeah, Tom Brady's just in his robe in the morning.
Just like riding his like horse with like binoculars. What is Giselle doing today? That is weird if she actually did buy a house across the street from him. No, that's just seems petty.
To be fair, as I say that, I do know that Kanye West was planning on doing the same to Kim Kardashian, so I'd be.
Well, that makes sense because he's he's kind of a nutcase.
No, it was because she started dating Pete Davidson.
Yeah, well, they're both weirdos.
Yeah,
they're like weird freaks.
They took
fame just got to them.
Took away like his kids from him.
Could make like some crazy movie about them. I'm sure they will.
I'm sure it's just all publicity. Remember, one other thing: bad publicity is also good publicity.
Yes.
I mean, dude, Antonio Brown stayed relevant literally even after he like said the most absolutely insane shit.
Oh yeah, well, they also like love putting him on like Barstool Sports and stuff, just because they'll get like a funny soundbite out of him because he'll say something ridiculous and off color.
Right. But with that said, any other things you would like to discuss? Folks, if Joel's wrong, we're still going to shave him down.
Yeah, I'm fully shaving myself from head to toe.
Just like that guy and the other guys. I know what you're thinking. There's not hair just on the beard.
Just smooth.
Just smooth, like an egg.
Those are as smooth as eggs.
Yeah.
Anything in the NBA besides the Lakers you want to talk about?
Sure. I honestly think the Nuggets. I heard they might trade Bone Highlands for Naz Reid, and one of their biggest issues their backup center because they're currently using DeAndre Jordan. And if they trade for Naz Reid, that would be a good kind of.
Why would Minnesota want Bones Highland though?
Because he's a young prospect that can shoot the ball, and honestly, after this year, Austin Rivers, that guy Noel that they signed to a 2-year deal. I forgot his first name.
Jalen Noel.
I mean, he doesn't shoot it really efficiently, and Bone Highland's just like
Bones Highland's just like 40%.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's way younger than D'Angelo Russell.
He's definitely like a good player. Like he has definitely potential if he got more minutes. But he's basically just like D'Angelo Russell, like a shoot first point guard.
I guess they see more potential because the intangibles and he's younger. I
guess Minnesota's not. They always do that weird stuff. Like
they already fucked up the market for other teams.
Yeah, but they ruined it with Rudy Gobert.
But I would say that's a beneficial trade to the Nuggets because if they got Naz Reid, he could shoot the three pretty well. He's a good rebounder. He blocks shots and he's good in transition.
Yeah, I like Naz Reid for sure.
And they are probably. I'm not going to talk about just the Lakers. They're definitely a contender this year, and if they made a move like that, that would help tremendously.
I agree.
Heard the Lakers are not done making moves, but players they were looking at, like Bojan Bogdanovic, I heard today the Pistons are like, unless they're posturing and saying this to Bojan, they're like, oh, you're like part of our future. He's like 34. Like, again, I know you love Bojan.
It's my favorite player in the league right now.
You just like him because you have him, but anyway.
No, I traded him.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. I had to let him go.
I read today that Rick Carlisle said that the Pacers really are keeping Miles Turner.
Yeah, they re-signed him to a 2-year deal.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. Blake Griffin got signed to a max contract and got traded the next year.
Didn't he request a trade?
No, the Clippers literally just traded him after signing a max back in the day. That was.
I forget history quickly.
I know you do, but
so you still think they could trade him?
Yeah, they could trade. Everything's posturing in the NBA. It's like entertainment at this point.
I know. I don't understand all the contract stuff and like I get some of it, like with the bird rights and all that, but
I think on February 8th because
is that the trade deadline?
No, the deadline's still the 9th or the 10th, but I think by the 8th the Raptors are going to obviously have to make some moves because they're literally almost out of the play-in. I think they went 3-12 these last games.
They're talking about OG and Anunoby to the Knicks, right? That's
I saw that, but I don't know what the Knicks would give up other than Emmanuel quickly, maybe Cam Reddish.
Yeah,
they do have a lot of first-round picks, though. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, I'd like the OG's He's a good defensive player. Gets steals,
Yeah, but I don't think he's
score
worth like 3 first-rounders.
Yeah, not that much.
He's not like offensively gifted.
He would still be.
He's like good for a contender.
Their third best player,
Yeah.
probably. Which I mean, I don't think it makes him a contender. It makes them. They're about as good as the Raptors.
I hear this every year. John Collins is on and off the trade block. So no one knows what Atlanta's doing. I mean, they traded for Dejounte Murray this offseason, and it's just not like, in my eyes, it's not the best fit.
Maybe not. I do like Murray though as a player.
Yeah, I do too.
It is kind of a weird fit with him and Trae Young.
I know the Nets are looking for a better big, but they're
who's out there and what do we have to offer?
You're gonna probably offer Cam Thomas.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. Cam Thomas.
I mean, as good as Cam is, like he's just a bucket getter.
There he goes. Oh, just missed one.
All right, Westbrook saved that. Good hustle play. But what other teams? I know the Sixers are trying to make moves. I know the Heat need a power forward. They're playing like Caleb Martin like a lot of minutes, but they like literally need more bigs than Bam Adebayo. And I know like Dwayne Dedmon's really getting DNPs most of the time because he's just like too slow-footed. So I could see them making a move, but yeah, I think Toronto's the big seller at trade deadline because they have Fred VanVleet
they have a lot of pieces for sure.
Yeah, I could see them trading Fred to like the Suns, and I heard there was like trying to do like a 3-team trade for Jay Crowder. Like the Bucks got like rights to talk to Jay Crowder's agent today, but the Bucks would probably offer like Ibaka, second rounder George Hill, and like Nwora.
Yeah, I mean he's a piece. If he can still play, hasn't played in like a year nearly.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's weird with the Suns. They're disappointing kind of too this year, although they've been injured.
I mean, the Pelicans have been injured. Now they're like down to 9th seed. So
yeah, a lot of it's just shuffling. A lot of these teams have no real chance. I don't know who's going to make like a huge move.
Outside of the Bucks, the Nuggets.
Bucks, Nuggets.
I mean,
Warriors.
The Warriors are not playing well either, though.
But I still consider them like the favorites pretty much to win it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, if you get Kevin Durant back and Ben can stop being a coward. Like, I'm a Ben Simmons fan. I want him to do well, but he just, like, has no, like, wherewithal around the court now, and it's just sad to see.
He just doesn't shoot. It's so weird. Like, he'll go, like, close to the basket and just
How
dish
can
it
a player like Trae Young make you just, like, lose your, like, basketball skills? Like, offense.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, dude.
That, like, one playoff series just, like,
that's, like, such a mystery.
PTSD.
Yeah, something happened.
He needs to go see a sports psychologist.
He definitely, like, witnessed, like, a murder or something. And, like,
I could see.
He's hiding something.
I honestly...
I don't want, I don't know if it's
I could honestly see, like, the Wizards making, like, a small move, like, stupid move, because they always do. They like you said, some of these lower teams, like, shuffle. I can see the Magic getting rid of one. They have, like, too many point guards, and, like, if Suggs doesn't, like, turn it around, he's not averaging really well anymore. Cole Anthony's more of a combo guard, and Fultz is doing pretty well, so I can see...
Fultz is playing the best.
And I know they're trying to, like, get rid of Mo Bamba, Terrence Ross, and Gary Harris has been in trade rumors, so I could see that.
They just got to play Bol like 30 minutes
But that's why they have Wendell Carter, Bol, they have Paulo Banchero, so, like, they're trying to, like, refix their team. Like,
I guess they have a lot of young players.
Yeah,
but...
you got to, like, find who sticks, you know. I mean... We'll see, but I expect some big moves on the 8th. I'm not trying to sound
you're probably
like
right.
Wojnarowski right now, but I definitely can see some moves.
Yeah. So you think of any good names for the podcast when we're talking?
As seen on TV. Now, I feel like we need to combine some effort here, Joel. Like, 4 eyes and 4 ties.
Well, that's why I did Yeoman's work, because I felt like no one had that name, but it's like a baseball reference that no one gets. Like, I guess you'd have to be like a 40-year-old man to understand that reference. But
so, any fans listening, we all
go ahead, drop in my Instagram comments or
please,
or on YouTube.
Please give us Your
Give me
thoughts.
some
We need a
ideas.
name. I picked Beats Me. That was the first
Taken.
podcast
I
we
liked
did.
it, but it was Taken.
But apparently,
Two dumb guys. Taken. Dumb sports podcast. Taken.
we're really terrible at this, as you can see. Clearly, not a good combo. I said the King and the Jester.
We have no chemistry podcast.
Could work.
I don't know.
This is bullshit. Kyrie Irving can literally stick 2 rods in his ass.
The Lakers Nets game's going on, so there's some.
Yeah, the refs are still fucking Los Angeles.
There's some tension going on here.
I heard the Clippers are trying to get a point guard. Going back to that conversation, that's one thing I forgot to add. That they
You mean John Wall is not cutting it for them?
No, that's why the Lakers never traded for him last year either. He's just
washed.
I wouldn't say he's washed. I just don't think he's a starter level.
He used to be an all-star. Now he's they don't even want to play him off the bench.
Yeah, well, they have Terrence Mann apparently getting point guard minutes or playmaking.
He scored 8 points in the last 3 games.
Who?
Terrence Mann.
Dog shit.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
All right, bro.
He stole his name from the guy from Field of Dreams.
If any of the fans want to leave in the comments how much you hate Russell Westbrook if you're a Laker fan, I'm a big listener on that part. You're dog shit. I could go out there and probably play better. I'm honestly confident. Because I wouldn't take stupid fucking turnovers like you do.
Yes, I'm sure you'd be better than the Hall of Famer Russell Westbrook.
I would be. Because if LeBron told me not to shoot the ball, I wouldn't.
Told you this game would distract you.
Sorry. Okay.
So what's your thoughts on the Royal Rumble this weekend? Without spoiling any of it for me, because I haven't watched it.
Well, I'm going to spoil it because...
All right, you can spoil it. It's fine.
He's not going to watch it because this dude has the attention span of like a mouse.
It's not that. It just takes a 4-hour commitment.
Literally the first thing on the pay-per-view was the men's Rumble.
All right. I guess I could watch it. Just don't tell me who won.
I mean, it already happened. We're like almost a week coming in.
Don't tell me how the Titanic ended either. I still haven't seen it.
Well, any wrestling spoilers aside, I thought the Royal Rumble was a really good show. I feel like WWE has overtaken AEW recently. I mean, as a wrestling fan,
really,
just feel like AEW has terrible booking, and Tony Khan should hire people that can write better stories. Like wrestling, obviously, is choreographed, and
I think AEW has just got too much going on. There's like a million different feuds, and it's like how do I keep track of it?
Well, that's the issue. When Vince McMahon let a lot of those wrestlers go during the pandemic, yeah, he's a scumbag. We all know that. Tony Khan went on a field day signing too many wrestlers, and there's not enough time on TV for like a 2-hour, 3-hour show to like have every wrestler wrestle. And plus, the original guys he signed get the flack and sit in catering, which was an issue with WWE at the time. People would complain oh.
I thought it was a funny bit in AEW when they had the Ass Man's sons doing therapy with him and the Acclaimed.
Yeah, I think one of the quality things about AEW is they do have a lot of homegrown talent. Obviously they didn't create Ricky Starks, but making him more mainstream. The Young Bucks, I mean, are known in independent wrestling scene, but getting those guys.
And the definitely wouldn't call the Young Bucks homegrown.
Yeah, well, okay. The Acclaimed
I had never heard of before.
They literally came out of nowhere, and I think they were brought up from that system.
That guy that wrestles with Sting.
Darby Allin. I mean, he wrestled.
I'm sure
prior,
all these guys did something before AEW, but
yeah,
there's guys that were more unknown that they kind of Darby Allin. He's now a pretty decently big star.
Yeah, you get a big rub when you wrestle.
Oh yeah,
with Sting. I mean, Sting is the icon.
Oh yeah, how's he still wrestling?
But talking about now WWE, getting a little off topic. ADD aside, Royal Rumble was good. I was expecting other names to win it.
Let me guess. Seth Rollins won it.
No.
Let me guess.
I'm just gonna spoil it. Cody Rhodes won the
Royal
Rumble.
if you gave me a minute, I might have came to that.
I mean, he came in at number 30. He was fresh legs. They did give a big push in a booking decision that I was shocked that Gunther came in at number 1 and he stayed until the end.
Really, Gunther?
He made it an hour and 10 minutes in the Rumble. He eliminated like 7 or 8 people, but like he got a huge rub. Brock Lesnar actually came in only for 3 minutes, got eliminated immediately by Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley got eliminated by Seth Rollins. Booker T was a surprise, but he got eliminated by Gunther.
Booker T came out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At number 21, the Judgment Day with Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, kind of, or
it's kind of a cool faction they got going on there.
Yeah, they.
It is funny with Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio, that like weird romance thing going.
But that was pretty. What's it called? That was pretty interesting. They had like that dynamic in the Royal Rumble. Logan Paul came out, which
of course.
Not really a big fan of the Paul brothers. If they watch our podcast, you can suck dick. But I give Logan Paul a lot of credit. He really took his wrestling training seriously, and he's pretty good at wrestling. I can't shit on him for that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. He's like, for one of those guys that like kind of amateur or whatever, but he actually like looked like a good wrestler.
Two like co-celebrities or like not big names, like someone like Logan Paul, I would say, and like Bad Bunny. I'm shocked how well they picked up wrestling. And
D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams did incredible in Impact Wrestling.
I remember that, his brief stint.
Yeah, he did really well. But yeah, that was interesting. The Men's Rumble was good this year. The Females Rumble was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Rhea Ripley won that. She came in at number 1 and stayed.
Oh, okay.
But I could see why they did that because
I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan.
I am too.
She's a good wrestler.
There was a lot of like storylines in that like got built, like Becky Lynch and Bayley fighting in the Royal Rumble. So like they're trying.
Was Charlotte Flair in it?
No, she's the champion. So.
Oh, okay.
She came back and beat Ronda Rousey a couple weeks back. So.
Yeah, I saw her come out a couple weeks ago. I don't know.
They're pushing really that Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, which is pretty cool.
And they've fought before.
Yeah, but it's been a while. Like Rhea Ripley kind of had a bad injury. And,
I'm pretty sure Charlotte Flair dominated those matchups, if I recall.
Yeah, well, she's overly pushed, but she's a Flair, so. Yeah. What else? I thought the Bray Wyatt match was interesting. I mean, it was like weird. It's called the Pitch Black match. It was sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Don't spoil that one for me. But what happened with the Bloodline? Or right? Is that what they're called?
So the main event, like any of our pro wrestling fans, like if you actually care about like storytelling and storylines,
if you've tuned out by now, you have no idea what we're talking.
Yeah,
good to go.
So there's a storyline about the Bloodline with Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, who is like a lackluster wrestler, like he wanted to be in the gang, like the group.
He's like their lackey, kind of.
Yeah, like
if that's the word.
So, and his best friend Kevin Owens, that he grew up in the wrestling entertainment business, like they like split, and then
classic wrestling.
So
fashion.
Kevin Owens fought Roman Reigns. The match was pretty good, and at the end, since it was kind of like a no disqualification, Roman Reigns started slamming Kevin Owens' head into the steel steps, which at that point he speared him and pinned him, and then they started beating on him. Roman asked Sami they handcuffed Kevin Owens to the ropes to hit him with a chair, and got in Sami's face, and Sami finally stood up to Roman and hit him with the chair.
Nice. I knew it was.
And then he got super kicked in the face, and they started beating up on Sami, but Jey Uso left the ring because he didn't want to be a part of it either.
Usos splitting up, perhaps.
Jey Uso, I think it's full circle from the pandemic. The storyline started there, and that's pretty great. So, since we're going to lose all our fans from the podcast, we'll talk about something else tonight.
If you don't know by now, Yeoman's Work talks about wrestling. We respect
We're
wrestling
changing the name
as a real sport.
Yeah. We got other topics to talk about that are really important. We got.
What else we got? The U.S. men's national team playing Colombia. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either, but I did want to talk about that, but I didn't.
I was aware of it mildly by accident. I assume we tied or lost because they said something.
We did want to shout out my.
Don't care. Go ahead.
My friend Jade and her OnlyFans account. It's Fit Brit Asian. If any our male.
Wait, our friend Jade's OnlyFan. Her name is Fit Brit Asian.
Yeah, she's British and Asian.
Is she aware there's like one of the most famous OnlyFans account is the real Brit Fit?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe she was trying to like suck views away from her.
Maybe, I don't know. She's a friend of mine.
How I know, but I don't know anything about it. I've heard things about it.
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay. Anyway, the other thing I did want to talk about is with our viewers. Write in the comments what we can do to make this special for you. We're going to come up with some topics that you could bring up in the comment section. We're always open to hear things.
Yeah, what do you want to hear more of? You want to hear me talk about underrated ice cream flavors more?
Do you want to hear me talk about what and what not to do at the gym? Because I definitely almost fucked up and broke my legs today at the gym.
What's your favorite condiment? Or do you want us to just focus on sports or whatever?
Or do you want it to be a more open discussion? We're willing to hear anything, and please let us know.
I didn't put on my best shirt today. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nor do I ever, but
we could just do the homeless man and
we could do that. The schlub and the
good looking model. Okay.
The hub.
I'll take it. But that's all for today. I did want to talk about other things, but right now I'm coming to a blank. So.
Yeah, I don't know. The Winter X Games is cool.
That's Joel's segue.
Watch it. It's cool.
It is cool, but what the fuck?
Winter X Games underrated sports. It's always good to watch the Winter X Games.
Yeah.
And the Summer X Games as well. That's all I got.
All right.
All right.
Later, guys.
Signing off. See you guys.